In August of 2007, 6 B-52s left the Minute Air Base and headed for the Boxdale. What's so special about these planes was, one of the B-52 was carrying a couple of nuclear missiles, and they were going to take part in a training mission and drop some bombs on fake targets. A concerned citizen might ask, why? But a true American asks, why not? It's America, baby. Anyway, they were carrying the nukes, but they did not know about it. After reaching the Boxdale Air Force Base, the nukes sat on the wings of the B-52, ready to cause a World War III. So, you're probably asking, how did they end up here? For that, let's rewind a bit back. Too much? It was a day like any other day. Some might even say it was an ordinary day. But not for the crew of the B-52. They were about to make one of the biggest blunders of their lives. They were commanded to drop bombs on some dummy targets. In itself, it should be a fun exercise. You get to blow up stuff, look cool, while getting paid for it. So they started to load the plane for their training. Even in training, the armaments that are used would go through rigorous checking. But on that day, it was less than optimal. The overall plan was to get the bombs loaded on Minute Air Base, go to the Boxdale airfield, and have fun. Yay! The guys who have to get the bomb out of the storage, called the breakout crew, saw the bomb and said, not a bomb. Yep, that works for me. Next, the guy who was responsible for getting it from the storage to the loading bay saw it and said, not a bomb. Yep, that works for me. After that, the guy who was responsible for loading it onto the pylons of the aircraft saw it and said, wait a minute, what is that? Is that the weird Jason show? Yeah? Oh, cool. And oh, yeah, not a bomb. Finally, the pilot got to the plane, looked around it, checked one side of the wing and said, let's get some action. Just a few minutes away from launching the training mission, a munition officer passing by looked at it and noticed something odd about the bombs. He realized how deep of a shit they were in. Holy shit, we are absolutely fucked. What? Motherfucker, that's not a dummy, you dummy, that's an actual nuke! Sound the alarm! After a few screamings, the area was secured quickly and Code Ben Spear was announced. An investigation was launched to find whose fault this was. For the people involved in the whole ordeal, let's just say, they did not have a great day. The nuke was sitting on a plane, outside, unprotected from everything, for almost 10 hours. When the nuclear bomb was identified, it was just few minutes away from being dropped and detonated. Thanks to that one guy, we got to listen to Justin Bieber. This kind of "oh shit, we lost the nuke" situation is more common than you might imagine. There are even names for this kind of situation. By the end of the video, you will realize how dumb we are. So these are some actual times we almost nuked humanity into oblivion. Accidentally. Before missiles like the Minuteman became popular, delivering nukies had to be done by the old method, by actually getting there. In the event of nuclear war, being able to destroy your enemy before they could know what the fuck was going on is crucial. As a part of Operation Chrome Dome, multiple B-52s carrying hydrogen bombs were flying constantly near the Soviet-Russian border. On one such typical patrol on the morning of 1966, while on a routine mission, a B-52 carrying 4 nuclear bombs was refueled by a KC-135. While getting the plane into refueling position, the B-52 got out of control and rammed into the tanker. The crew of the B-52 suddenly heard an explosion behind them, and then the tanker in front of them bursted into flames. You see, because of the B-52's high speed, the boomstick that was supposed to go here, caught here and broke its wing. Out of 7, 4 of the crew members of the B-52 survived the crash, with no survivors on the KC-135. The thing is that the incident happened directly above a Spanish village. It was not a great day for the villagers. 2 bombs landed in a field and detonated their conventional explosives, spreading all the goodness of the nuclear powder. Seeing 2 of the nuke's conventional explosives go off, while still getting down with the parachute, the crew thought that they have started the World War III. Another one fell intact into a dry riverbed. The 4th one opened its retarding parachute and glided into the Mediterranean Sea. Whatever, it fell into the Meditation Sea. It was found after 80 days of search with deep sea subs. From that, we can know that the pull-out game of the pilot is very weak. This led to a massive cleanup. The exploded nuke contaminated a wide area of 600 acres, making the whole area ideal for getting cancer. And many tons of soil were shipped from the site to the US for further processing. Yeah, further processing. In 1969, drunk Richard Nixon, as Nixon always was, ordered a nuclear attack on the North Koreans. At that point, it wasn't new for Nixon. He would drink so much that his advisors were convinced that at any given moment, he was only 2 martinis away from losing his grip entirely and making that single phone call that would launch enough nukes to blow the whole world off to the kingdom come. But what made Nixon so mad this time? Bam! On the April of 1969, a North Korean MiG-21 would decide to shoot down an EC-121 patrol plane just to provoke the US. All the crew on board died. Hearing it, Richard Nixon got furious. He kept swearing and drinking huge volumes of alcohol. He ordered an immediate nuclear attack on the commies. F-4 Phantoms were loaded with the B-61 nuclear bombs at the Kunsan Air Base, and everything was ready to go. And they were waiting for that one word. The people in the military bases were confused. After a few hours of hesitation, everyone was ordered to stand down. The order was given by Henry Kissinger, of all people. The next day, everyone waited for the president to sober up. The next day was an awkward morning for everyone. Well, it's a nice day, fellas. Everybody continued their job, like as if we didn't want to blow up the whole world the other night. After that, the US asked the North Koreans to stop doing that. For some reason, the North Koreans agreed. Maybe kindness is the best policy. Or I don't know. Anyway, see you next time.